Yo, yo, yo. What's going on? What's up, everyone? How's it going? The Moose Share. What's up, Cindy? What's up, Art Nerd? How's everyone feeling today? What's up, Anthony? How's it going? What's up, Odyssey? Watched your old streams? Nice. Um, yeah, it's funny to see how things do and don't change over time, huh? I know my name can be confusing, so you can call me Mushy. All right, will do. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm a little bit, yeah, I think I mentioned to you guys a few times now that wedding planning is getting more and more intense, and I have, I have some things that some projects I'm trying to keep under wraps at the moment. So it feels kind of weird not talking about them because normally I just start riffing off of what's going on um, when I start the streams. But anyways, what's going on, Howdy? Pretty good. The Smoky Mountains in Tennessee are beautiful, but as a flatland dweller, the altitude and incline, yeah, I hear ya. I never thought that much of it, but I definitely noticed a difference when the difference is quite as extreme, then yeah. Sometimes I remember when I was living in Denver. I mean, your body just adjusts, right? But when visiting, it definitely felt different at times. Um, Maybe I'll start things off with a little piano riffing. What's up, Junie? How are you doing today? Yeah, I lived in Colorado for a little bit. Not anymore. I live in Wisconsin now. Which sometimes, I feel like in music industry terms, I might as well be living in like Kazakhstan or something like that. I feel like there's specific states that definitely are more on the map in the music industry. I mean, yeah, California, New York, Tennessee, Colorado, I guess like Florida as well. But Wisconsin is not up there. Well, I saw a very pretty moth on the porch today. Nice. Always nice to pay attention to little things that bring you joy. I do like moths a lot, but gotta be careful because they you can get moth infestations from what I've heard. A buddy of mine had a problem with moths in his apartment, and I don't even remember what the solution was there. I think he moved out, so maybe that was the solution. What's up, Noxel? Good to see you here. Nice voicings, thank you. Just trying to get the gears turning, you know. I'm not sure what to do today. I haven't really thought too much about what I'm gonna do in the stream today. But probably do a little bit of casual sketching, as has become the new norm. Just to sketch stuff from scratch. The album stuff I'll still leave separate at the time being. So why don't we dig into something? I was just, let's see, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was just experimenting with the import function on Kick 3 again. Just to try to, let's see. Wait, that's not what I imported. That's what I imported. So I have this old kick that I made in a different plugin called VPS Metrum. Or actually, this might be a different kick than that even. I'm not entirely sure. So I was trying to see how one of my kicks translates when I try to import it. It's not bad. Let's check out the pitch movement here. Huh, that's actually super interesting to see. If we have it interpreted this as the click here, which makes sense. And then if we mute the click, this is the sub movement. It's kind of amazing to me. It always blows my mind how when you're designing kick drums or snares, like just the subtlest little movements makes such a big difference. It's amazing how sensitive our ears are. That sounds nice. Okay. Why don't we try to build a little bit of a drum kit here? search for some hats. I like that hat. Let's throw that in here somewhere. Okay. And then let's snag a clap. Get rid of this aggressive snare for the time being. Turn this up a little bit. Start with something around maybe like 100 BPM today. And see where things go from there. Also, let's try to delay this a little bit. I'm kind of imagining something a bit unquantized. Let's just go like this. Boom bap. Same with the clap. Let's make it more of a pre-clap. That's a bit too much though. Let's just... Okay, not crazy about... There we go. That sounds nice. What is a married life like? That's a good question for Art Nerd. I mean, everything basically is the same as before, I'm guessing. Except for a piece of paper. Well, and some really awesome memories from the wedding, obviously. kind of a nice chord progression. What if we try to switch up the sound here? Maybe see what this sounds like with the felt or something. I'll never get over the felt pianos. I love these so much. The double felt. I do like that. I'm thinking maybe let's try to sketch out a little basic little gentle monophonic bass sound. Okay. Let's get a little bit of velocity maybe on some of these parameters. Let's get this sent to the sidechain. Maybe we can start with something really simple. Let's get a few more little adjustments going here. Maybe a little bit of coarse pitch mapping here. Let's go like this. And maybe we EQ this a little bit low and just seems a bit over, just a little excessive. Okay, maybe we could get a little bit more character in that that saw wave. Trying to think, maybe organics. Maybe we could PD that noise layer. Huh, that's interesting. I think a little bit of multiband would be nice. Make that mid-range a little bit more consistent. Okay, let's just start with something really simple with those chords I was playing earlier. Okay, let's start with that. Trying to think of like a kind of like a more minimal groove that I can build on. That's nice. Let's build some kind of lead. I haven't built a lead in a while. Let's see, what kind of shapes do we have here? Let's see. Okay, let's get another little envelope going on the coarse pitch. Let's try something else here as well. I just had this random idea about trying to use like arpeggiation in a muted layer for like a little bit of PD action. It might sound kind of funny, but definitely gives it a chiptune vibe, though. Be kind of interesting if maybe we use the velocity to determine how noticeable that is. We'll also attach this to the rate. do something like this. I don't know if we're actually going to keep that, but it's kind of an interesting little texture in there. And then let's create vibrato as well. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm crazy about that this this PD thing. Make it a little bit more subtle for the time being. Okay, what do we do next? I think maybe another filter here. And then I think we add another distortion after, and then let's get another filter after that first distortion here. Let's see, diffuser. And then also an equalizer. That low end is quite... Yeah, you know what? I don't know about this thing. Do we just get rid of the PD? I think. Let's see, maybe there's some other organics we can use here. right. Kind of a fun little sound here. I've been meaning to experiment with anti-chroma a little bit more. I actually haven't tried it on a lead yet, so adds an interesting little touch to it. I don't know how to describe it exactly, like a nice texture. I want some shakers. Let's get some shakers in here real quick. Shaker. Yeah, this should be close enough in tempo. There we go. Oh, whoops, I put this on the wrong layer. I'm meaning to put that over here. Kind of like picturing maybe some kind of plucked, like semi-swung, plucked chord kind of vibe. Maybe we could try to do something from scratch. I need the exercise, the sound design exercise anyways, so let's just start simple. Trying to think about what rhythm I was hearing just now. Maybe we get a little bit of porta going on always. to start with that. It's pretty nice and simple. Got a good vibe to it. Let's see what that sounds like with that lead. Yo, thank you for the sub, Cream and Shout. Hey friend, I missed your vinyl sale and I'm so upset about it. Listen to me. If you haven't emailed me, there are a few people that emailed me over the last few weeks and that texted me and et cetera, commented on socials. The last thing I want is for anyone to even remotely consider buying one online. I 100% have a plan. I'm a little bit behind on it because of wedding stuff, but fingers crossed. I know I said this last week, I'm pretty sure, but I have everything in place to go live with an announcement regarding that tomorrow. So whatever you do not buy anything from scalpers. I have a solution, and it should be live tomorrow. And thank you for the sub, by the way. Okay, so we got two little sections here right now. So I'm trying to figure out what rhythmically should be happening with the chords, because maybe it shouldn't be like the stabbiness. Maybe it should be more like a sustained kind of thing. I think I have kind of like an outline of what, like a full progression for this kind of chorusy thing could sound like. Something like that. Yo, wait a second. This is kind of wild. This anti-chroma plugin has 0 sample latency. That's cool as hell. Cause I mean, that means that any sound design I do with this in chains I could use live, which is kind of huge. Which reminds me, we also have Soothe. Not that it's really necessary right now in this processing chain, but there is the new low latency option for Soothe, so look at this. I can have some pretty crazy processing happening with very little latency. Let's see. What's is there anything introducing latency here right now? 0, 0, 0. The only thing is Serum itself at 0.3 milliseconds, which is kind of not even noticeable. It's not the greatest lead, but that's not really the point. Let's reduce the feedback here a tad and own in the range a little bit there. Okay, and then why don't we use velocity to... Oh, actually, let's have this open up a little bit more. What if we got a little bit of a notch movement here? It's a little much maybe, but get the velocity on this frequency range too. Okay, maybe that pluck is a little bit too much. Let's reduce the range of that a little bit. But this is actually shaping into a slightly better lead now, which... why don't we also get one more filter in here, maybe somewhere in the middle. And this one will be more of like a formant type thing. Yoy. It's not bad. It still needs some a little bit of TLC. But I do like it. It's a good starting point, I feel like. So some of that, if we can like find maybe a more aggressive setting here, then we can kind of EQ this after. Let me take a look. Maybe there's like a synth sound design guitar. We could try to maybe use a guitar preset. Metal chug tamer, guitar bus tonal balancing, guitar harshness. Let's try this. Maybe try the low latency. Actually, let's get rid of the legato. And I can do like some fast plucking type stuff. And then let's get rid of some of the stereo weirdness. There's still some stuff I'm not liking in here, but it's feeling a bit better. I'm pretty sure if I make this dynamic, it will introduce latency, right? So it's 0 samples right now. Let's see what happens. It says 0 samples still. That's pretty cool. Wait, why did I not ever check that before? That's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, still not the best lead, but whatever. Let's keep jamming. Make this dynamic as well, potentially. So this is it's got quite the wide Q. Huh. There we go. I think I needed some of that. that low end in there after all. I don't know what this is turning into. Ooh. Hold on, let me see if I can... It almost feels like a formant. Or it feels a lot like a formant. Hold on, let's try to group this. Can't stop addicted to the shindig. Right? What was I gonna do? Yeah, let's get a macro going here. The pitch is right here. Let's map that. It does map kind of weird. For some reason, it moves a little bit. It's not smooth anymore. But it is a really cool tool. Cool tool. Can't stop addicted to the shindig. Wait a minute, those aren't the lyrics though, right? Are those the lyrics? What the hell? I never realized he said shindig. Hold on, let's create a little alternate sketch here. It's a bit faster, maybe like 114. Let's try that. I don't like the rate of this. That's kind of fun. Hold on, that's a little bit slower than what I just had though, right? kind of fun to like re-trigger that movement by just playing these really short little MIDI notes up top. Oh. Wait, why am I just like making a Red Hot Chili Peppers bootleg now? Let me go back to this piano thing for a second. It's kind of a fun little loop, those chords. Maybe not the reverb. I feel like it needs to be a bit tighter for now. Let's send this to sidechain and I'm trying to think about curious what this would sound like. I think that lead almost, it does feel like a bass line right now. Yo, thank you for the follow. DJ Girth. What a name. Keyboard is insane and you're insane with it. Grazie. Grazie, signori. I like to pretend that that sounds like I know Italian, but I don't know anything. Let's see. I'm curious. I'm just gonna load a bass patch here. Hold on. Still trying to understand, like, let's get the velocity mapped in here as well. I think it could be cool to like start the idea just with the kick, hi-hat, and the synth riff here. Wait, the BPM is changing there. I just realized that. What the hell? Let's have it stuck at 106 there. I changed my mind. Let's try to do something else with this intro idea. Let's go like this. What if we threw this an octave higher? I will say the lead at least sounds a little bit better. I like it more now. What are we doing over here? I forget. Why don't we try to add a bass line? Let's go like this. That feels good. Let's quantize it. Oh, I forgot about this little change up here. Okay, gotta get rid of that sustain stuff over here. There we go. Yo, thank you for the follow, Kamana. Wait, OMG, I didn't know you streamed, but Blind Faith is one of my liked songs. I love that song. Hell yeah. Nice, thank you. Appreciate you joining. I feel like that kick could be kind of nice as well. It's a bit mid-heavier, so like maybe more so for the this chorusy. Maybe I switch up the chord progression a little bit. Let's see. I'm trying to think about like how to, I don't know. I like that chord progression a lot. Kind of like that ambiguous, like not making it clear where the tonal center is exactly, or which inversion it is exactly. All that like noise, it makes it sounds like it sounds a little bit like vinyl crackling, or like it's gives it a little bit of a vibe that it's being sampled or something. There's a few different chord progressions that I like there, though. There's like this one. I'm pretty sure I have a few sketches already that kind of play with that chord progression. There's also this other one that I thought was kind of cool. This is kind of random, but I'm pretty excited for the next season of Severance to come out. Trying to get you guys into the mood to refine. Okay. Enough of that. What's up, Allo music? So what the hell am I doing here? I'm just kind of grooving at this 100 BPM thing. I had a couple different chord progressions that I was enjoying. What was this sounding like again? And we have this lead sound we made too. I don't know, maybe let's we're making a lot of stuff from scratch here. Maybe we can get some ideas by throwing some random loops in here. I was really enjoying just kind of playing some random stuff on piano there. What if we get maybe some bass guitar stuff going in here? Ooh, actually, I have an idea. Why don't we instruments? Let's throw a drum rack and get a ton of sounds in here. Picked notes. Ooh, yeah. Okay, got a bunch of random. Let's make sure they're all on the same choke. Okay. Let's see what else we got in here. Maybe there's some guitar stuff we can throw in here as well. These are loops. Okay. Could throw these up here. Why not? We're just gonna go crazy and throw a bunch of random things in here. Let's see, E. Let's just throw a ton of these guys in here. And then maybe let's put those on a separate choke. So we'll go like this. And we'll do choke 2. And maybe these on 3, I guess. I don't know. Why don't we try to make this a little bit shorter? Or actually, no. Here's what we need to do. We need to make this 0 release. A little bit more than that. There we go. Okay, let's pitch this down a little bit. Kind of reminds me of that. Like that Biggie track. Dun 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 dun. You know what? Let's create a new section over here at another different tempo. Maybe I'll save this because I don't know what the hell is going on with this project file. With like 3-4 different ideas going on. What is it today? Sketch journal 2026. Let's do 5/21 2026. I don't know. I wonder if I could use those with that chord progression from earlier. Yo, what's up, Kate and Scully? Thank you for the sub. Okay, why don't we get some more beefier chords in here, and then we can maybe jam on that synth a little bit. Cool. Why don't we try to create a parameter that or map a few parameters rather to one of my MIDI controllers. So for example, let's grab this guy. Oh yeah, I forget that one's broken, so let's not use that one. Okay, that one's broken too. Hold on. Wait, that one's messed. Weird. I don't think they're all broken. Okay, let's try a couple more here. Wow, they're all acting up. That's so weird. I mean, I knew I had to get this thing replaced at some point, but sometimes it feels like they work fine, and then other days, yeah, damn, they're all acting up right now. I'm just gonna try to see if maybe there's other parameters that I can experiment with for that, and maybe those will work. Let's test it out with like an auto filter on a different track. I doubt there's going to be a difference here, but yeah, that one's acting up too. Damn. Huh. I swear I was just messing around with that kind of stuff not too long ago. Okay, in that case, what I'm going to do is, let's duplicate this, and then we'll just manually draw in some changes. So let's say we'll have like an A section here, A, B, and then we'll do Command K 1 and 2. Oh, but that won't loop it. Whatever. I'll just actually maybe I'll switch to session view. Maybe that will be the answer. Why don't we try that? I haven't tried session view in a hot minute. So let's just Control J these to make sure everything's looking good. Okay, so we copy this. We're at Nord. We got to make sure these are all being looped as well. So okay, so we'll have one of, so we'll have this one, definitely getting some ideas on how this could be a little bit more fun to jam on. So let's copy paste this, but let's see, grab an auto filter and let's go into the clip, select the auto filter frequency, and nice. Okay, so that's working. And then let's do something similar here. Oh yeah, this needs to loop. Damn. It's crazy. It's been so long since I've used session view, man. What's going on with this clip? Why does it look gray? I do not know. Let's just ignore that for now and move on. The drum rack 2, okay. Almost done here. Okay. Almost jam ready. Almost. So the frequency, we'll have it a little bit lower here in this version. Okay, we should probably quantize these hits. They're starting to bug me a bit, so let's go like this. And then I think we can maybe throw some kind of like wah effect on here. It feels a little bit plain to me right now. So let's grab a devious machines infiltrator. Let's go to the guitar section. Grab that, maybe like a auto wah. Something feels off. I don't know why it's going off grid somehow. This thing, I mean, that looks like 4 measures to me, so I don't know what's happening. But okay, anyways, let's see how this feels for like a little jam thing. Maybe we can, where's the stop all clips? Why don't we start with just this guy here? Okay, what do we add next? Maybe the piano and yeah, I don't know what happened. The guitar keeps going off. Okay, maybe that's enough of that. I'm just gonna save this. And I don't know, I'm not really finding anything that is like really standing out to me at the moment. I feel like I keep finding these little progressions that I like, and then the excitement kind of fizzles out for me. So maybe I'll just start a new project file. I'll leave this be and switch to back to playing some piano. little bit of a classic right there. Haven't thought about that one in a while. Man, I'm super happy. I actually think that my wrist is like 99 point something back to normal. There's only in super specific motions where I still feel some pain, which is like crazy because I remember when I first started streaming this season, almost an entire year ago, I was struggling. It was a struggle for quite some time, but we're almost back to normal, gang. We're almost back. All right, what other standards can we jam out on for a little bit? Maybe I can find a little loop. Let's see if we have like a bossa nova house, or not house loop, bossa nova. I don't know what that is, but why don't we try to use? We'll chop that up real quick and do some bossa. Let's see, what tempo is this? Okay. Pretty close, pretty close. Okay. I'll chop this slightly differently. Let's try this. All right. This almost wait. This almost makes me want to try to do like a bossa nova version of Dead Mouse. I remember. How does it? Damn it! How does it go again? Doesn't sound quite right. I remember. Ah. There we go. It's that, okay, let's try it. I'm just gonna change the warp settings for this. Well, actually, I don't think that I can. It's not warped at the moment. So why don't we try to use a transient plugin or something to. Okay, that was I gotta look up the chords because I can't off the top of my head remember what they were exactly. I know it's somewhere around there. Da, 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 da. Oh, wait. It goes. I think it goes back to the. I think it's something like that. Well, I don't know. I'll have to listen to it again sometime and check it out. I think a bossa nova version of that is pretty fun, though. I will say. Anyways, gang, I might start wrapping it up here. Oh my god, why do my back feels so fricked up? I don't know why. Was my posture weird just now for a while? Because I don't. My back feels like it. Telling tales. Music, you're so skilled. It's amazing. Thank you. Much appreciated. Listen up, y'all. I do want to just throw it out there that I'm just really excited about everything that is in the pipelines right now. You know, it's been an ongoing issue for the Haywyre project to like actually, release music a bit more consistently. And it's not necessarily something I do intentionally to not release that often. In a way it is because, quality control and all that. But there is this aspect to my workflow. There are just these bottlenecks, and there's always a push and pull. You got to know, what you want to sacrifice in order to, let's say, achieve certain things, right? And it's really important for me that I find ways to release more frequently. There's just so many things you got to balance, right? Like, obviously, to give you an example, if I spend, 3 hours every single day just sound designing snare drums, I'm not going to finish that much music, right? So it's just hard to know how to time manage, especially when it comes to things like creative workflows where you're kind of waiting for your muse to kick in. So it's not like you can say, okay, I'm going to wake up at 7 a.m., get into the studio, and write a banger before I leave the studio. Hey, for some people, if that works, that's great. Not the case for me. But that being said, I do have some pretty awesome stuff coming up. I have one project in particular that is going to be released in the coming months that I can't really say too much about right now. But I'm really hyped on it. I think that many of you guys will really enjoy it as well. And it taught me a lot about just like what it takes for me to be happy with something that I'm finishing, and what the process for me to get from beginning to end of a song is looking like at the moment. And that feels really good because I think I can kind of apply that process to my album and actually get it out there. So anyways, just wanted to say I'm pretty stoked about some of the things that are in the pipelines. Keep an eye out for again, fingers crossed, keep an eye out for on an announcement about something related to the vinyls that were sold out. But yeah, that's it for me for now. I appreciate y'all hanging out. I don't know why I'm wearing so much white. Look at this. Or it's like cream colored. I got a sweater. Even my shirt is white. I don't know what's going on with me. Sounds like you have a lot of cool stuff personally and professionally, so I'm stoked for you. Thank you. A monochrome day. I don't know. I'm having more and more of those. But anyways, hope you guys take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drink lots of water. Exercise. Man, I'm feeling pretty good because I've been hitting the gym more often, trying to get ready for the wedding, and I'm starting to feel a little bit better. And yeah, anyways, that's it for me for today. Hope you guys take care, and don't remember to floss. Peace out, y'all. See you later, Dexter. Next time. We got a new follower. Do you hear what I hear? Do you care if I care? Do you know what I know? Do you know what we share? Do you hear what I hear? Do you care if I care? Do you know what I know? Do you know what we share? Do you care if I care?